YouTube, it's your boy FPOK, man. I'm back here with a brand new video. I hope you guys had a fantastic game week 3 because I had an amazing game week. For the first time in the Fantasy Premier League season 2024 and 25, I hit the 100-point club. As you guys can see, triple captain Haaland banged in a single game week. All the FPL community members and the experts, the so-called FPL experts, they said to not to triple captain him. But as you know, if you were tuned into the deadline stream, I did say that look, there's a lot of pros compared to the cons going with the triple captain Haaland, and what do you know, it did bang. So yeah, let's get straight into the video and let's talk all about it. It was a fantastic game week and I'm extremely happy. So yeah, let's get straight into it. At first, we got Henderson in goal. Again, he's extremely disappointed goalkeeper. He came up with a 1-pointer. As I said at the very beginning of the season in my very first video, that look, I'm not really too keen on any of the 4.5 million goalkeepers. And unfortunately, I had to go with Henderson, and he's not been too great. And Palace has not looked great either. The defenders has been awful. There's a lot of internal issues going on due to all the transfer rumours. He potentially might be leaving. And as you know, Anderson also has been moved to Fulham now. So the defence is suspect, and Henderson is just conceding goals for fun. So that's one of the spots that I need to address. And let's move on to our defenders. At first, we have Trent Alexander-Arnold, my favourite defender. Arguably the best right back in the Premier League. You know, what can I say? The guy's amazing. He had a clean sheet. He could have easily had another assist as well. But unfortunately, Jota also missed another sitter. And what can you say? I could have had 2 potential returns from Jota as well as Trent. And that didn't happen, you know. But at least he came up with a clean sheet. But there is something that I need to add though. He did come off at around 64 minutes. Although he's got the clean sheet, I wanted something more considering how much I've paid for him. 7 million is a lot of money. But yeah, at least he's got the clean sheet. But moving forward, I do expect him to get more minutes and get potential attacking returns. He's definitely due. So yeah, let's move on to the next defender, Robinson. Again, another beautiful assist that he had in the weekend, and I'm really pleased with this pick. Only 4.5 million. That's how much it costs. A really budget good option, and pretty much he's become a template pick now. Everyone has moved on to him now, and yeah, he also had a bonus points. So really pleased with Robinson. Fulham doesn't look too great defensively, and they have conceded, but still I'm pretty pleased with him considering how attacking he is, and I do recommend him if you don't have him yet. Moving on to the next defender, we have Gabriel, Arsenal, guaranteed clean sheets, best defense in the league, no argument. I'm just hoping that he gets one attacking return. That's why I did tend to go with him compared to Saliba, because although Saliba is a BPS merchant, I do think that Gabriel has more attacking potential, considering that Arsenal love to take corners as well. So I'm hoping he will also get attacking return just like Trent, but let's see. He's probably due soon as well. Next, we got Salah with a 10-pointer, never disappoints, Mr. Consistent, the Egyptian king. You know, again, really happy with him, considering how so many other attackers or sorry midfielders have banged this week. Son had 2 goals, Palmer had 3 assists, 1 goal. They all had huge score, so I was hoping that Salah also keeps up with those premium midfielders, and he did live up to it. Although he didn't get 20 pointers, he at least got 10 points. Really pleased with that. He also got all the bonus. So that's a good news, the signs of good things to come. And let's move on to the next midfielder. We have Nkunku, another big disappointment. These are the 2 concerns I have in my team right now, Henderson and Nkunku. Really did not see him getting benched again. Considering the fact that he had a really good preseason, it seems like he had that right wing kind of nailed. Now, not so much now that Madueke has come and scored a hat-trick. So it's all in there now. They've also signed Felix. They've got Neto. There's just too many players competing for 1 or 2 spots. And Palmer is obviously number 10. You can't really, you know, take him out of that spot. So that's the fire I need to take out immediately. So, spoiler alert, I've already taken him out. After I watched that first half, I couldn't stand it anymore. I said, no, you're gone. I've taken him out. You'll see on the next page on who I brought in. So yeah, 1-pointer, really disappointed, and I have to put my hands up like majority of the content creators. Unfortunately, we are all wrong about Nkunku. As much as we think he's a talented player, great player, for some reason his manager doesn't seem to think so. So it is what it is. You can't get them all right. Moving on to the next midfielder, we've got your boy Smith Rowe. Again, that is my big differential, and he did get a goal as well as get all 3 bonus points. Amazing performance. I'm really pleased with him, and now you'll see everyone, you know, jump on him, and he'll get really good value for my team. So I'm really glad that I'm ahead of that curve, and I'm gonna be able to get some team value from this pick. and also moving forward, he has great fixtures coming up. So I'm really, really pleased with him. Lastly, we have Diogo Jota. Again, as I said at the very beginning, he could have easily had a goal as well as an assist. He only came up with an assist, but he could have come up with 2 returns because Trent did put a beautiful cross into the box, and again he missed the tap-in slash header, you know. So what can we say? Again, I think there are signs of great things to come. Again, side note, again, similarly with Trent as well as Jota, they did come off around 64 minutes. I understand that Liverpool were, you know, winning comfortably. They were up 2-0, but still I would like to see them on the pitch a lot longer. Moving in the future though, if I do see that Diogo Jota gets less and less minutes, then I might need to consider him also taking him out from my team. But again, he's not immediate concern. He's come up with 2 returns back-to-back game week, so I'm pleased with him. And yeah, let's move on to the forwards now. Well, come on, let's go. Erling Haaland, the Earl of Norway, my boy, triple captain, you know. Yeah, he came up clutch. He got 3 goals, hat-trick. And the fact that he also tweeted out saying, "Did you triple captain me?" That means these players do play the game, as well as they're aware of all the, you know, surroundings on who is picking them as captains and who is not. So yeah, it's good to see, you know. And also for everyone that didn't go for him, again, don't be too stressed. There are many other game weeks to come. This was an opportunity though. I did highlight to everyone in my deadline stream if you did tune in. But again, even if you did miss it, there are other opportunities. You'll potentially have Ipswich away. You can also have Salah at home to Ipswich. There are other opportunities for sure in a single game week. Again, the main reason why I did go for Haaland, because according to Ben Crillin, we're not predicted to get that many double game weeks. We're only looking at 2 double game weeks, and that's in game week 36 and 33. Now, if you're looking at only 2 game weeks and we have 4 chips, including the mystery chip, how many chips are we going to be able to use in double game week? We can only use 1 chip. So we're going to be forced to choose one of the chips to use in a single game week, and I just opt to win with the triple captain, and I'm potentially looking to use the free hit as well as the bench boost in a double game week, and maybe the mystery chip as well. But again, there's too many chips to use, you know. So that is the main reason why I did go for him, and the fact that he said he's fully healthy, and the fact that they had Ipswich at home, newly promoted team. For me, it was not a very hard decision, to be honest, but yeah, really happy with that. Amazing game score, 101 points. But yeah, let's move on to Wood. Again, it's a bit of a disappointment. But I did watch that game, and he should have had an assist, to be honest. And they bottled it. But it is what it is. Look, he has good fixtures coming up, and he was only a 1 or 2 game week pick for me. I'm gonna keep him for 1 more game week, and then I'm going to take him out potentially for. I'll get to the players. But again, it was a disappointment. But he did look pretty good for the time that he played. And he should have had an assist, but it is what it is. He did come up with a return in game week 1, so I'm quite happy with him to keep him for 1 more week. Now let's move on to Isak. Big disappointment. 10-point pick, came up with 2 points against Bournemouth. Not what we expected. We expect more from him, but unfortunately, Newcastle doesn't seem to be clicking as an attack. You know, Gordon was fortunate to get a goal, but unfortunately Isak wasn't. If you look at the ownership for Isak, you're looking at 52%. That's almost half the game, you know, over half of the game. Now, the fact that he's not getting that much returns, he's still not going down in value because there's so much people owns him, even though there is a lot of people that are selling him. So I'm still quite happy to keep him for now, but we'll assess in the next section. So overall, 101 points, 16,000 in the world. This is the best rank I've got, I think, since I've been playing FPL. So I just need to keep on pushing. Moving on to the bench, obviously we got Sangare, 2 points. Hardwood, he's got 2 points. Johnson, 3 points. Johnson actually did have an assist, so that's signs of good things to come if he does keep his place. So overall, really happy with the game week. I just need to keep on pushing. So now let's move on to our game week 3 team selection. As you guys can see, I've already made one of my transfers, and I bought in Rodgers for Nkunku. If you did watch the Arsenal versus Villa game, you would know why. The guy looked amazing. He scored 10-10 on the eye test, and he should have definitely had an assist if not for Watkins missing an absolute sitter, you know. So yeah, Rodgers, again, everyone is going for him. It's a pretty easy pick. That was the easiest transfer that I could ever made. He looked good in game week 1. He looked amazing in the preseason, and also he looked amazing against Arsenal. He was sending Rice and Partey to the gulag. They were on skates. I mean, he looked amazing. I mean, what can I say? Overall, the reason why I did go for him is based on eye test, although he has not had any FPO returns yet, but I think he's definitely due. and there are promising signs. Considering the value that he provides only in 5 million, I think he's potentially a better pick than Bailey. Although Bailey might get more, he's more of an attacking threat in regards to goals, but I feel like Rodgers as a number 10, he provides more avenues to points through assists and potentially goals as well. And he also got 90 minutes back-to-back games. This shows that the manager trusts him more than Bailey. Bailey normally comes off in the 64-65 minutes. So you never know what happened in the Champions League. But again, for 5 million, he provides exceptional value. And this also enabled me to get 1.5 million in the bank, which I could use elsewhere. And that could be, I could upgrade one of my strikers like Wood, or I could sell Henderson for Martinez or for Raya. So yeah, we can see what I can do with that one transfer. But overall, as you guys can see, I lined up with currently Henderson in goal, Trent away to Manchester United. Again, people might say it's a tough fixture, but United doesn't look that great defensively. As you guys can see, I'm a United fan, and I'm a bit pessimistic as well. So take what I say with a grain of salt, because I usually tend to be a bit pessimistic about when it comes to my team. I do have faith though that United might get something. It could be a game where there's a lot of high scoring games, which I hope it is. I do hope, FPL aside, that United do win, but at the same time I also hope that Salah and Trent and Jota also get their returns. But ideally I want United to win, and maybe 4-5 score, something like that, 5 to United or 4 to Liverpool and whatnot. Hopefully it's not a one-sided game, so yeah, we'll see about that. So Trent against United, potentially I don't see a clean sheet. There could be, but potentially I don't see a clean sheet. And then Robinson, he's got Ipswich away. Very, very good fixture. Newly promoted team. Potentially, he could get an attacking return as well as a clean sheet. So really, really happy with that pick. And then you got Gabriel, Brighton at home. I think that's one of the fixtures I'm thinking that he can potentially get an attacking return as well as a clean sheet. So I'm happy with this pick as well. The backline so far has paid off in the first 2 game weeks. I'm hoping for the same thing, except for Henderson, of course, which I don't even want to get into. He's been god awful, and I'm looking to replace him. And one of the options are to go. I do have 1.5 million in the bank. I just straight up upgrade him to Raya, and that's the season pick. Or I could just go for Martinez, who has great fixtures coming up. He's got Ipswich, Wolves, and Everton in the next 3 fixtures, as well as Leicester. So I could go for Martinez from Villa, but again, I'm not decided on that so far. I'm thinking to be patient and save my one transfer going into the international break. So let's move on to our midfielders. Again, we still have Salah, the king, the Egyptian king, Santa Salah. The king is still here, and he's got United away. As I said, for Trent, I think this is not a tough game. I think this will be a high scoring game, and there is a potential for him to get a couple of attacking returns as well. So happy with this pick. And Rodgers, as I already talked about, he's got Leicester away, and he looked really good on the eye test, and potentially he can get his first FPL return in this game week. And then we have Smith Rowe versus Ipswich away. Again, I think just like Robinson, I hope he also gets a goal or an assist, potentially both. And I hope he comes up with a big score, considering that he's going up against a newly promoted team. And he's a great finisher, as we saw in Arsenal. And he did have a very good goal in the weekend. Now, lastly, we have Diogo Jota. Same thing as Salah. He's going United away. But I think, again, there's a potential for him to get a return. And then let's move on to our forwards. Haaland, West Ham away. He's going to be my captain. How can you not be, my captain? He just came up with a hat-trick. Amazing game week. He got all the bonus points as well. And West Ham, although they had good start to the season, I don't think they've faced anyone like City. And I think City will definitely put a couple of goals past them. And if City does score, most likely those will be through Haaland. Whereas Liverpool, there is more avenues to scoring. It could be Jota, it could be Salah, it could be Diaz. It could be anyone. Whereas City, Haaland is their main focal point. Hence, I'm going for Haaland over Salah in this game week. But again, I have the luxury to go with Salah as well. That's one of the great things about having this draft, right? Going with Salah and Haaland. And I think I'm one step ahead in that sense. Next forward we have is Wood. He's got Wolves. Now, Wolves did get demolished by Chelsea. And, they're kind of rattled now. I'm hoping that, he can take advantage of that. Forrest can take advantage of that and put a couple of past them. And I'm hoping, Wood might be involved in that. And this is potentially his last go around in my team. If he doesn't get a score, he's definitely out, And I think even if he does score, most likely I'll have to transfer him out for João Pedro to upgrade other positions. That's the transfer I'm looking at, planning for game week 4, which is Wood out for João Pedro. And then potentially upgrade, if Watkins does look good, upgrade Isaac to Watkins. But again, Isak has also been underwhelming. You know, he has not got any goals yet. He had 1 assist in game week 1, and against Bournemouth, he was quite poor. He didn't have a single shot on target. Now he does have Tottenham at home, but at the same time, Tottenham has been quite good. They had a quite good start, but historically speaking, Tottenham has been leaky, and Newcastle versus Tottenham has been always a high scoring game. So I'm hoping that he gets something. That's why I'm still being patient with him. And again, there is a low risk in keeping him because he's not going down in value, as well as the fact that he's quite template pick. And if you make the wrong decision on him and he does bang, then you're going to lose rank significantly. So I'm opting to still be patient with Isak as well as Wood. The one place I'm, as I said previously, considering another transfer is Henderson out for Martinez or Raya. But again, I don't want to make a goalkeeper transfer this early in the season because we have not yet determined which is the best budget or the best goalkeeper in the league. So yeah, this is the game week 3 team. Let me know what you guys think. The potential transfers, as I mentioned, Isak out for Watkins, or I could do Henderson out for Martinez. But again, I'm opting to save the transfer and roll and have 2 transfers in game week 4 and come back from international break. If there's any injuries, I can address those issues. So let's move on to the bench, and we have Sangare as a first bench option. Again, nothing. I'm not expecting nothing crazy from him, but just in case if any of my players doesn't, you know, get any injuries or get injured in training or something like that, he can come on. I also have Hardwood, but again, he has a, I think, good fixture this week. They play Brentford, as well as also Johnson, who's got Fulham. So again, I have pretty okay bench. It's not amazing budget bench. I'm not expecting them to come on and play. I'm expecting all my starters to play. So yeah, this is the game week 3 team. Let me know what you guys think. I really appreciate you guys, you know, like, subscribe and share, and obviously make sure you tune into the deadline stream at 10 o'clock every week on Saturday at FPO Cayman, YouTube and TikTok. Thank you so much, and peace out.